Mhm.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
I'm Celia.
and I'm Gina. Welcome back to our summer reading program, and we got a video for you for our week 2 of Adventure Week.
Hopefully, by now, y'all have seen that we are doing the summer reading program for children and adults this summer and have been able to download the challenge forms. If not, you can go to our library website and get those, or you can pick them up at the library because we're open on Saturdays from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m.
Okay, so we'll get right into it. So for this first group, again, it's for the young kids, easy readers up to 9 years old. And first thing I'm going to show you is the challenge when you're reading the books. I guess you can have one book per the challenges that you see on here. So these are one of the printouts. Each challenge group has a printout to do. So you just color it in, and if you have a book that fulfills maybe 1 or 2 of those, that's great. And I guess one is for a boy and the girl, or one of each.
You just choose one.
Yeah, just choose one. But this is how it looks like for the younger kids. So our first book is The Curious Little Kitten Around the House. So this is just an example of what we have on the shelf. It gives you an idea of what kind of adventure maybe that your kid would like, your child would like to read, and you could probably read to them. So we got this book, and also another easy reader. It's a beginning reading, and it has Danny and the dinosaur right here. So he has a little adventure with his dinosaur buddy there. And we also have this one book. It's called Sweet Dreams Douglas. So he's having some adventures in his dreams with his animal buddies. So I think this will be a real fun book to get into the adventure theme for the week. So you can follow and look at these books in the catalog, and if you'd like to select these, it'll be one. I think they'll be great books for you to select. Also, we have one that's kind of 7 to 8 year old book. It's also a radio program called Adventures in Odyssey, so you can probably Google that information. So it's currently going on right now, but this is the Imagination Station. It's like a voyage with Vikings, so that's kind of like a little adventure that they have going on. So these are just some examples, and Celia will talk about her next group. Okay,
this is for the challenge that's for 10 through 17 year olds, and kind of in adventures, kind of we're mixing it in with some mysteries. You have in here on here specifically to mystery genre, or you can make your own adventure, perhaps by reading it in a certain location, reading it in a tent or under a bed, or some of those options that are here. Just, dream and make your own adventure, your own story. So we picked out a few books for this. The first one is Ghost of War, AWOL in North Africa. So this is a mystery. These kids have found a trunk and trying to figure out where the trunk,
like who it belongs to,
and things
stuff,
like that.
So they want to find out who it belongs to.
Their mystery in that. We have Sherlock Holmes, one of his adventures, and this is we have several Sherlock Holmes books for this age group, and this might be something to consider. It's a thin book. It's pretty quick to get through, and so if your child needs something that's not as lengthy, then you might consider this one might be a good one. Another one is Steel Trap, and this is an adventure book.
Yeah, it's an adventure book. He's 15 years old. He's submitting his invention to the National Science Museum. He goes on that trip, And then he's involved with mystery, espionage, and all this good stuff. So I think it's a pretty fun book
and you can tell by the cover.
Yeah,
it looks like
it seems like
they're
it's
having a
pretty good time there. Exciting.
And then the last one is trapped in a video game. This is an adventure of these kids that are trapped in a video game, which is something that our kids these days are gamers and have fun like that. So it's just an adventure of what's going on in there and can they get out in time. This is a series. We have 2 books in this series. The first one, the second one. As you can see here, they do say that these do build on each other, so you should read the first one before you read the second one, or there might be things in there that you don't understand.
And you probably talk about the book, but we have this last group is for the adults, and this is the game board. Like I said, each challenge will have these challenge boards, and you can print them off on the Facebook page, or we'll also have them here printed out for you at the library during our hours of curbside pickup on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So here's the one for the adults. It's Bookopoly, and Celia will talk a little bit about the books that we have for you, and we'll go into detail about how to fulfill this.
Yeah, on our adventure theme, there's not an adventure-specific genre on the adult Bookopoly, but there is, like your favorite genre. So if action and suspense and adventure is one of your favorite genres, you can use that for that. There's also a reader's choice, which you can do anything that you want. Other options for genres that may not be specific to this Bookopoly would be length of pages in a book. There's some over 400 or under 200 or something like that you can just kind of look and see where they might fit. And you can use the book more than one place.
For more than one place.
So we have when I think of adventure, I kind of think of mountain climbing and water rafting and things like that. Things that I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat to do. So if I read a book, I can kind of be that person in there. So this one is by Karen Robards. It's Heartbreaker. And as you can see on the cover, it's the setting is white water rafting, or that type of background and adventure story. It is a romance book as well. So if you like romance and mixed with adventure,
it'd be perfect for you
for that one.
Yeah, to read.
Clyde Cussler, he's an author that just passed away this year, and I noticed on Barnes and Noble's website they had a listing of adventure books that they felt like should be on people's bucket list, and a lot of them were the classics like Robinson Crusoe and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but they had this one on there. So I thought, well, we just pulled this one.
Yeah.
It was written a few years ago, but he's a
really good author. A lot of people
writer. A lot of people follow him. If you haven't read any of his books, it's a good time maybe to try one out, or if he's one of your favorites, you
can grab this during this week
one for that. And then we just have a couple of others that are action books. This one's The Burglar by Thomas Perry, and then also David Baldecki's Endgame, and they were just ones that are action suspense writers that we included,
and he's very
in this collection.
popular too. So if you like his books, you can. I think you'll be into his books as well. So that's what we have for this week on Adventure.
It's not too late. This is just the second week starting. We have 8 weeks of our challenge going on. Every age group, which we have 3 different age groups, you can put your name in when you turn in your challenge form to be in the drawing for a Kindle Fire. So we have like 3 of those to give away. And
Yeah, I think this is just a great time since we're kind of like inside. We're trying to figure out different activities to do. Getting back into reading, just kind of cozying up in that nook and reading a book is always a good thing. But then having things to do with that and following in the theme each week is a fun thing to add with that as well, with not just yourself but with your kids, and having a great activity and to do with them as well. So hopefully y'all will join us for this week. It's not too late.
The challenge ends July 31st, so you would need to get your challenge forms in before then. Okay. And we just hope you have adventures reading this week.
Yeah, hopefully we'll talk to y'all